All right, let's just get straight into it. For years, the big AI companies have had this nice, cozy little arrangement, right? We all pay our 20 bucks a month, they get rich, and we get an AI that's just a little bit better than the free one. Sound familiar? Well, as of today, that party is officially, and I mean spectacularly, over. So, I have to ask you, is that $20 charge from OpenAI still hitting your bank account every single month? Hey, no judgment here, but if it is, you really need to pay attention. Because a couple of upstarts just crashed the party, and they've made that whole subscription model look like a flip phone in an Apple store. What I'm about to show you isn't just a market update, it's a financial rescue plan for your wallet. And here it is, the big, flashing neon sign. The price for raw AI intelligence has just fallen off a cliff. We are talking a 90% crash. That is not a typo. 90. If you keep paying that standard $20 subscription, you are basically taking that money, rolling it up, and using it to light your barbecue. I mean, it'll probably work, but there are much cheaper ways to get a flame. So who are the culprits behind all this chaos? Well, first up, we've got the one that's sending shockwaves through every boardroom in Silicon Valley. Meet the new budget king, the coder's new best friend, a model called DeepSeek. Now, just look at these prices. This is where you get some real sticker shock. To process 1 million tokens, and you can think of that as like a pretty hefty novel, DeepSeek is charging a measly 27 cents. Meanwhile, GPT-4.2, the industry standard you're probably paying for, is asking for $2.50. My math isn't amazing, but that looks like a nearly 10 times difference. This isn't just a price cut, this is a rebellion. But here's where it gets really spicy. This is not some cheap knockoff. For some of the most important jobs out there, it's flat out better. This chart, this is the live code bench score. It's basically the Olympics for coding AIs. And DeepSeek doesn't just win, it laps the competition. It's scoring over 51%, while GPT-4.0 is left in the dust at under 24%. You know, in the coding world, that's not just a win, that is a knockout. So let's be crystal clear about this. The bottom line is, if you're a developer, if you're a student, or really anyone who even dabbles in code, the choice isn't really a choice anymore. DeepSeek isn't just the budget-friendly option, it's the smarter option. The numbers just don't lie. Okay, so DeepSeek has claimed the crown for price and for coding, but the disruption does not stop there. Let's move on to the second heavyweight that's stepping into the ring, and this one is an absolute beast. We're talking about Google's new Gemini 2.0 Flash, and it's not fighting on price. Nope, it's fighting on pure brute force power. And this number is it's absurd. 1 million. Gemini Flash has a 1 million token context window. To put that into perspective for you, you could feed it the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, appendices and all, and it wouldn't even break a sweat. It's like going from a little notepad to a library-sized brain in one single leap. Right now, nobody else is even playing in the same league. And this just brilliantly illustrates the kind of superpowers that unlocks. I mean, forget summarizing an article, you can drop in 10 dense textbooks and just say, make me a cheat sheet for my final exam. You can upload a movie file and ask it to analyze the character arcs. Or you could feed it your entire company's source code and tell it to find the bugs. This isn't a research assistant anymore, it's a whole research department. And you know, if a colossal brain wasn't enough, it's also blazingly fast. But the real sci-fi stuff is this. Its ability to handle video and audio is native. It's not some clumsy add-on. It was basically born seeing and hearing. For tasks that need more than just text, it's playing a completely different game. So, you've got a cheap genius for your daily tasks and a massive beast for the heavy lifting. Which leaves one very important question. What about the company that started this whole revolution? What is OpenAI doing while its kingdom is under siege? Well, they're not lowering prices. They're building a fortress. This is the billion-dollar question, isn't it? Is the king dead? Has OpenAI been outmaneuvered and just undercut into irrelevance? Well, the answer is, it's complicated. They've seen the peasants with pitchforks at the castle gates, and instead of fighting, they've retreated to the throne room and locked the door. They're abandoning the mass market to focus on the one thing they believe no one else can touch. And that one thing is reasoning. Their new ultra-premium model, codenamed O1, is being built for what psychologists call System 2 thinking. So forget just predicting the next word in a sentence. This model is designed to pause, to simulate thought, to actually wrestle with the problem before it gives you a solution. In short, while everyone else is out there selling you a faster calculator, OpenAI wants to sell you exclusive access to a digital Aristotle. So, we've got the price crash, the cheap coder, the data-devouring beast, and the expensive philosopher. It is a whole new world out there. So, what does this actually mean for you and your credit card? Let's get to the fun part. This is your new unbundled AI playbook, your cheat code for 2025. All right, here is your new strategy, simple and direct. First, log into your OpenAI account and cancel that $20 a month subscription. Boom. That's over $200 back in your pocket every year. Second, for your everyday stuff, coding, writing, quick questions, you use DeepSeek. It's cheaper and it's smarter for it. Third, got a massive document, a video, a huge data set you need to analyze, you use Gemini Flash for free. Let the giant do the heavy lifting. And fourth, and this is the key, you only pay for OpenAI's O1 on a case-by-case basis when you need a digital Einstein for a truly complex problem. The era of one-size-fits-all AI is over. It's time to start acting like it. So the bottom line is this. The market has spoken. Raw digital intelligence is now officially a commodity, as cheap as cloud storage or bandwidth. The new luxury good is reasoning. But that leaves us with one heck of a cliffhanger, doesn't it? We just watched the price of intelligence crash by 90%. What happens to business, to science, to, well, everything when true artificial reasoning inevitably does the exact same thing?